his fault. Well, good morning, folks, and welcome into the QB Huddle Podcast. I am Tim. I am joined by my co-hosts, Lauren, also known as Lowe, and Brandon, also known as B. Newey. This podcast is produced by New Era Media, syndicated on allaccessfootball.com, and in partnership with FanStream Sports. Please be sure to hit that subscribe button, get all of our content. We are past the divisional games, the wild card games, and we are down to the nitty-gritty. It's championship weekend, and my two co-hosts are feeling a little spicy this morning already. We can't hear Lauren. I can't hear you, Brandon, either, but you're both on mute. So we're going to unmute.
Can you unmute me?
There we go. Now we've got volume. I've got some spicy folks. You got to understand, we are all in the Dallas DFW Metroplex, and we are blasted with a winter storm. And we are stuck in the house, and we all have a little bit of cabin fever. And I think it's coming out here this morning. We've already chose violence in the pre-show talk on camera. It got pretty crazy. I don't know if the show is going to go the same way, but good morning, fellas. How do we feel on Championship Sunday? Only one of us with a dog in the fight.
Yeah, I feel great, obviously, because I'm that dog. All right.
I feel like poo.
Yeah.
We got sniffles, but we're here. Northerners would make fun of us if we say we're in an ice storm or winter storm. This ain't no damn winter storm compared to
They can make fun. They can make fun of me all they want. It's ice outside. It's cold.
Yeah, you know how
we
Dallas
shut down the
are,
job.
man.
They canceled everything. Canceled on the road.
Everything's canceled.
It is Alaska, Texas. Here we are.
Yeah. Everything gets canceled here in Texas. I'm from Chicago. I would tell you that this is nothing, what we have currently. We would be out at the stores. We would be going about our day, but we're not set up for that infrastructure-wise here in Dallas, and so we are shut down. Hopefully we keep power, and we can watch the games tomorrow, because tonight is when it's supposed to get really bad throughout the evening, 2 to 4 inches of snow and ice, and hopefully we keep power, hopefully. All right. Let's get into it, because we got a couple big games today. I hope not. Listen, great debate time. We've been having this conversation for weeks just because of one guy. We've been having this conversation all week because of one guy, right? So now it's time to get into it and have a little bit of debate about who's doing what. I don't know why my co-hosts are both muted again, but we're going to try to unmute them. There we go. Here we are. The great debate. Super Bowls, appearances and wins. Is this a quarterback thing or is it a team thing? If it is a team thing, then why do we give so much credit or blame to the quarterback? And why do we judge quarterbacks on Super Bowls in a sport to which we claim is the ultimate team sport? Now, I have a take on this, but I'm going to go around the horn. Brandon, you look itchy to say something. Talk about it, man. Why do the Super Bowls mean so much to a quarterback? And is it the quarterback that gets the team there?
Whew, that's a loaded question. But we'll break it down with just kind of the first take. Is it the QB or the team, right? And we all know football is the ultimate team sport, right? Win or lose until January. Playoffs. That's when the margin of error shrinks. And QBs become the difference between surviving and going home. And we've seen a lot of these quarterbacks play bad. And where are they? At the crib, right? Why QBs get the credit and blame? Like Lowe said last week, we can go over this till we're blue in the face. They touch the ball every play. They're making decisions under chaos. In the playoffs, one throw can equal legacy. Now, wins and Super Bowls are team accomplishments. We get it. But I personally think it is definitely on the quarterback to some degree, right? It comes down to having that. What happened when Caleb Williams threw a pick in overtime? Who was over there on that sideline looking, ready to take the soul? You can't do that in the playoffs, man. You can't have multiple turnovers and expect to win the game. So, yes, it's going to go on the QB. If you win and play great and make that awesome throw like Bo Nix did and broke his foot, dude, he's a legend now. A baby legend. Broke his foot, threw a dime, right? That's one throw equals legacy. So, Bo Nix's story is beginning.
I heard a story.
At first, we were not really on the train of Bo Nix. And now we're all about it, even though he's not playing in this game. But it's like,
I heard a story. He hurt his ankle in the locker room after the game, celebrating. But the legend sounds better if he hurt his ankle.
I mean, the dude threw an
I'm just saying what I
dime
heard.
To Mims.
He did, but I heard is
by
that
the way,
ankle,
from Frisco Lone Star.
I hear that
he got hurt
until
he
the
got
locker
hurt.
room. That's what I hear.
They had the play. He squint afterwards. He could tell something was wrong. I don't think the fracture's huge.
It's just, listen,
I'm almost leaning towards. Do I think that he could play? Possibly, but
well, we could have that conversation too. We'll have that conversation next week. Let's have that conversation.
But yes, it's on him. So segueing into it, I'm with Noonie. It's on the quarterback. It's on the quarterback, man. They get all the credit. So guess what? You're going to get all the blame too. You're the only one that can do something about it. It is the ultimate team sport. But what's the hardest position to play in all of sports? Quarterback. Let's be real. Quarterback in the NFL. You can't. It's super hard. There's too many intangibles that go into it, and they're out of your control. But one thing is in your control, and you said it. They touch the ball every play. So that means something has a chance to happen or not happen. And if something doesn't happen, it's your fault. You know, a good example we talked about off camera, Josh Allen. They changed the rule for the quarterback. They changed the rule for a quarterback to at least get a chance to win. If it's the ultimate team sport, then all three phases would matter. Defense, right? But they don't. You pay, 25% of your salary, right, of your cap to your quarterback. They matter. They're going to get all the blame. And name a quarterback that won a Super Bowl that wasn't good. Like that wasn't.
I can name several actually, and I'm glad you segued into that because let's talk about that. This is going to be my take. This has been my take for years, and I'm a guy that also likes to shine on the quarterback. Right? We love quarterbacks. All three of us played the position. I get to coach the position oftentimes. I have for years now. Brandon, you train players to play the position. We glorify it. I like to glorify it as much as anybody. But we have to look at the other side of this too, right? We claim, right? The adage is defense wins championships, right? We've seen that. We've seen proof of that. We saw proof of that with the 85 Bears. We saw proof of that with the Baltimore Ravens, right? You're talking about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers went to a Super Bowl off their defense. It wasn't that as much as John Gruden was there and offensive minded, it wasn't Brad Johnson and the Tampa Bay offense that got them to a Super Bowl championship. It was that defense were locked down. So to me, every team that wins a Super Bowl, primarily, if we look it up, has a top 5 defense. Meanwhile, the offense can be okay. I'll give you another example. Rex Grossman took the Chicago Bears to a Super Bowl. We never heard of Rex Grossman again after the Super Bowl. He was terrible that year.
I said one.
He was terrible. He was awful. Now, who won the game? Jeff Hostetler won a Super Bowl with the New York Giants. I'm going to guess that neither the two of you.
You're talking old.
I can go on and on. My point is this. I can agree with both of you. The quarterback can win a game, right? Because it can be in his hands at the end, and he can do some great things. The quarterback can lose the game. We saw that with C.J. Stroud and the Texans this year.
And Josh Allen.
Absolutely.
And Josh Allen.
Blow apart. That was okay. You know what? We can argue about the Josh Allen thing all day, but again.
No, we can't.
The biggest play of that game.
It's in there now.
Oh my
God. He lost.
Listen, playoff games.
He lost. They lost. The team lost. The teams lose and win. And
they changed the rule for him. Then he got a chance to exercise that rule.
They didn't change the rule for Josh Allen, though.
They 100%.
It happened twice to Josh Allen. It happened twice to Josh Allen. That's why they changed it. Yes,
so you're telling me that Paul or whatever the
Roger Goodell.
I went way back. Roger Goodell is sitting in his office and going, God, I really want Josh Allen to have success.
No.
I'm going to change rules.
I really wish the quarterback had a chance to get the ball back after it's an overtime change, bro. Josh Allen was the instance that it happened to twice. So if we're going to blame Tom Brady for the hits and the tuck rule, then we're going to blame Josh Allen for the overtime rule. And then you get to exercise that rule this past week against the Broncos, and you don't even capitalize on the rule that was changed for you. That's pretty eye-opening, and I don't see how you can debate that.
Here's the truth, Tim. Here's the truth. I agree with you, Lo. Playoff games are going to hinge on these QB moments. Third downs, red zone efficiency, and 2-minute drills. Go back and look at all of them. Did they perfect that? No, they did not. That's why they're at home. Average QBs need great teams. Great QBs elevate good teams. And elite QBs save broken teams. Okay. Buffalo wasn't broken. They weren't.
Nope.
They had a good squad around them. Right? We don't
a squad that he helped. A squad that he helped assemble.
We judge them on wins because of the biggest moments. The ball is in their hand. That's what we remember. We remember from Tom Brady. I'm gonna tell my kid one day, "Hey man, watch this. What am I gonna pull up? Brady's 2-minute drills.
No, I get
Brady's
you.
clutch moments."
I get that. And I agree that there are those moments. But are we going to discount the fact of, again, the defenses and and the part that they play? How many times have we seen for Tom Brady to make that comeback against the Atlanta Falcons, for example? That Atlanta Falcon defense had to melt down, which it did. That Atlanta Falcon offense also melted down. Did not have a
plays.
It's funny though,
man.
But it takes everything to happen right. It's not just one guy with his arm doing it all by himself, is what I'm saying.
I understand that, but then go to your narrative with Josh Allen. It's like he doesn't have a team. He just does it all by himself. When we, in fact,
and we applaud that all year long.
Rusher is James Cook in Buffalo.
James Cook was the leading rusher. As quiet as it was, but I think when we talk about
quiet, there wasn't anything quiet about that.
We talk about the lack of receivers around him and the fact that he literally almost has to go out and hand the ball to some of these guys.
But this was he had a say in this. This is what we were talking about earlier.
He played a bad game. He played a bad game.
I'm talking about in the roster. I'm talking about in the roster around him. He helped. I don't want Diggs. Whether he says it or not, you didn't throw him the ball in the playoffs.
Well, I don't mind that.
So either you don't want
Diggs was a distraction.
Well, you're minding it now because they traded that or they let him walk. And here you have Keon Coleman, who's been zero, like his number, a zero factor. All like he's not doing anything. You have Shakir who signed close to market. You have Shakir signed close to market who disappeared. Really, come back half of the season. Where's all this yak that he talks about and rack and all that gone? And why is that? Because Josh Allen threw everything on his shoulders. He wants to be hero, and when he's hero, it's all good and glamour. It's great. But when you lose, guess what? You're going to get all of that too, Mr. Dark Knight. Maybe he becomes the Dark Knight instead of the Terminator because this guy here, it's his fault. And at this pace, that window is closed. You got to open up another one now.
A lot of young quarterbacks with good defenses, and they don't have a second contract. So you got to look into that.
The only way I would agree
has a great defense.
The only way I can agree with you that Josh Allen's window is closed, and I disagree 1,000%. I do not believe it's closed because of who he is and the talent that he possesses. However, the owner, I didn't realize. I've never heard him talk. I didn't know anything about him. I didn't realize that they have Jerry Jones 2.0 in Buffalo. And that guy came out this week and made a complete ass of himself and his organization. And now they even went out and interviewed Phillip Rivers. Love Phillip Rivers. Great dude. But you interview Phillip Rivers just coming off playing for the Colts a couple weeks ago out of retirement from coaching high school football to be your head coach. What are we talking about? Buffalo's a mess. And so
I don't mind. I don't mind.
I don't mind that either.
I don't mind
3 or 4 years.
Flip is a smart dude.
He might be, but he's not.
What do you mean?
I mean, at least let him come in and be an offensive coordinator first. You're going to have him be the head coach.
He can be a head coach.
You can be. See, that's another thing too. Offensive. Mike McDaniel was just a coach of the Dolphins for 4 years.
Sean McVay wasn't an offensive coordinator.
These guys, he was
coach.
What I like about it is Phillip Rivers is someone that can actually teach Josh Allen a few things. Name some of these offensive coordinators that is just X's and O's with him. They can't. Phillip can actually teach him how to tame this wild stallion that he is.
So you guys believe Phillip Rivers could do it right now?
I think he could coach in multiple places. Absolutely. I think he could coach in multiple places.
Who?
Does he need help?
100%. He's a coach, man. He's a coach through and
through. I think.
Man.
Okay.
He grew up.
There's a lot to being a head coach. Is all I'm saying. There's a lot.
There's not anymore in the NFL. In the NFL, it's not. It's not a lot to be a head coach in the NFL.
It's not?
It's not.
Because a lot of people fail. No. Nick Saban failed when he tried to be an NFL head coach.
But
Chip Kelly failed when he tried to be an NFL head coach.
That's because they're college coaches. The NFL is different. But we're talking about a guy who did 18 years, right? 18
I
years.
Get you. I get all that. And I'm for him being on the staff. I don't know. I don't know that head coach day one is the thing, because if you want him to work with Josh Allen and make Josh Allen who we all think Josh Allen could be, then let him work with Josh Allen exclusively and not be the head coach of the entire football team. That would be my
preference.
I think Philip could do it, man. I really do.
We're in the business of 2.0s here. I just want to say to close this Josh Allen thing and Super Bowls and playoffs. Yeah, yo, he's Jim Kelly 2.0 because he ain't gonna win a Super Bowl and he ain't even got to one. So
I can't even make him Jim Kelly because Jim Kelly could sling the rock, bro.
He was make him John Elway.
But what I'm getting at is
talk about a guy who carried the team on his back.
Elway. But see, John Elway. Then to your comparison, Tim, John Elway got a lot of shit and slack for the first 5-6 years of his career, 8 years if you want to count him. Josh Allen, you're defending him instead of giving him that same slack. He needs it.
No.
He needs it.
And John went to three Super Bowls out of 4 years.
I'll defend him from a big picture, but I was very clear. He did play very poorly last week, and to me, the play that lost the Bills that game was his dumb fumble right before the half to give Broncos an opportunity to score before the half, which was free points. So to me, that was the play of the game, and you messed up, Josh. Like you played
on that moment, but he got the opportunity to win the game. So football doesn't matter if you got.
If we're going to say that, if we're going to talk about that, then I would just say that was a la Des Bryant. That was a catch for Brandon Cooks. So if that's what we're going to say,
Tony Romo was fighting 22 on the commentary. I don't know if y'all heard the commentary. Tony Romo swore it was a catch.
Think about it. If that's a catch, if they call that a catch, the Bills win the game, and we're not talking about Josh Allen.
But if they call that a catch, that's just what it is. They're just calling it that because it was not a catch. So
I still think it was. But we can talk about that next week too.
Matter of fact, we got like
3 catches to talk about because Jason Garrett just came out and divulged some stuff about the Green Bay Packer catch of Des Bryant's. But we can talk about that later. Right now, we've got to concentrate on championship weekend. Guys, I want to go back in time. I want to lean on your memories a little bit. Mine is obviously a lot thicker because I've been around a lot longer than both of you. But it's AFC, NFC championship weekend. I know that you have some memories of some of your favorite championship games, right? Because a lot of times we think these games are even better than the Super Bowl itself. Lauren, I'll start with you. What is your favorite or couple favorite AFC or NFC championship game moments or games?
Oh, man. Dude, you might have to. There's so many with the Patriots. You know what I mean? We have a lot that were really dictated. I just want to say that, we got a ton to go through. Man, if I had to choose one, because you got to think, we go off Super Bowls in New England. Just wanted to drop that in there too. Man, go New Heat first. New Heat, come on, help me out with this one.
You want Brandon to go first?
Sure. One that really stuck out to me, I remember, and I'm not a fan of either of these teams, was do you guys remember the Green Bay Packers in Seattle? Probably in the 2010s. It's when Russell Wilson threw 4 picks, and everybody was thinking, hey, Rodgers is finally going to get it done, but he brought him back and delivered in overtime. What a game. To me, resiliency matters more than perfection. And when the ball's in your hands at the last few moments, I thought Russell delivered, and that Seattle place was rocking, man. I thought Aaron Rodgers was going to the Super Bowl. I think that was his MVP year. And he goes out and throws 4 picks and gets it done. It's crazy.
Man.
If you guys have an opportunity, go back and watch that on YouTube. He's in there crying. He's like, and then they go and lose to who?
The Patriots.
I think that was.
Are you ready, Lo?
Yeah, man. Yeah,
I can ramble for a minute for you because I got a few.
Oh, go for it. Have at it.
I mean, I'll get to my favorite, but think of what I've seen in my lifetime. I saw the Patriots beat the Miami Dolphins in a muddy rainstorm. I saw Joe Montana's the catch against the Dallas Cowboys. I saw the Bengals go to the Super Bowl, which was pretty amazing. I saw the Bills do it in championship moments, championship games. I saw the drive, John Elway against the Browns. That actually happened twice. So I've seen some great moments. The Cowboys beating the 49ers in 1993 to go to the Super Bowl. Great moment. But my favorite moment has to be when I was there, and that was in Chicago in 1985. This was 1986 when they played the game. But the Bears and the Rams, in one of the coldest games in NFL playoff history at that time, it was minus 17 degrees. It felt negative 50. All right, this is coming straight from AI. I don't remember what the temperature was, but that's what they're telling me. I can tell you, I was in the stands with my grandfather. I couldn't feel my feet because it was concrete, it was snow, wet, ice. So you can't feel the bottom of your feet no matter what. I've got a snowsuit on. Hot chocolate that is now cold chocolate. My grandfather's got his hot chocolate with rum or scotch or whatever he had in his. But we're out there watching this game, and just to see the Bears for the first time in history beating the Rams. We were at the Giants game too, which is just as cold, just a lot windier. But man, that game and the way it ended, because it's not a high scoring game, but the Bears are winning. There's no score for the Rams. And then Eric Dickerson fumbles. Wilbur Marshall picks up the football. They try to bring him down by his big old horse collar thing. They can't get him down. The snow's falling. He's running for a touchdown. We know we're going to the Super Bowl. Pandemonium, like the biggest crowd I've ever been in that's been that happy at one time. It was a feeling that you can never recapture. And so to me, that is my favorite NFL championship game moment. So I'm done. I thank you for allowing me to relish in that moment. Brings back a lot of great memories.
Damn, you old. No, I'm just kidding.
That I am old. I was 12 years old, by the way.
Normally, I hear that on NFL films with Steve Sabol is doing it.
With the old school music.
The old school videos,
man. All right. So after hearing all these, it was great, and I got to loop it all in and make this the clip of the show here. Okay, January 24th. Sorry, January 24th. Y'all got it? Y'all ready? I'm setting the stage. That's today, right? Well, 10 years ago, the 2015 AFC Championship took place. And y'all probably be shocked that I'm bringing this one up. Peyton Manning and Tom Brady threw down for the 17th and final matchup between them two. I'd hate to bring this one up too because, man, my boy lost. But it was 20-18. The Denver Broncos won, and Peyton went on to the Super Bowl. They play this weekend. So this is why I'm choosing this one. And the key play in it, man, Denver's defense, led by, I believe, Von Miller. I think they had just gotten the Cowboy. I don't want to call him Cowboy reject because he went to win. DeMarcus Ware, I think he was there. But the defense held off a late Patriot drive. They stopped a 2-point conversion with only about 12 seconds left. Tom Brady went all in for it. And then this comes down later to, when Cam Newton didn't fall on the fumble and the Broncos won. But that AFC game to me showed, like, you saw a different side of Tom Brady. He did walk to the middle of the field. He did dap up Peyton Manning. They shared a moment. You kind of could tell this could be the last one for Peyton. And at the time, we didn't know how long Tom was playing. So this was the Super Bowl for me. I know the Super Bowl went on to have, Carolina and Cam Newton. That was great. But this one here, it hurt. But at the same time, it showed Tom Brady was a little human, and you knew he was about to come back for some more. But yeah, that AFC game is going to be it's been talked about in the Patriot world right now. So there's some payback coming. It's 10 years later. I don't care who's at quarterback. Same way we didn't care who's at quarterback then. It was a great matchup. I don't think we get as good of a close score this one. But, yeah, AFC game 2015, I think it was.
It's funny how it's coming down to the quarterback, isn't it? It's funny how it comes down to the quarterback. And I got one more.
I thought my story came down to the best historical defense of all time in the NFL, the 85 Bears. I'm just saying. But you're right.
I'm sure they had a quarterback.
I'm sure they had a quarterback.
From Jim McMahon, but he didn't do anything. He handed the ball off to Walter Payton.
The NFC title game in 2023. The 49ers and the Lions. Wasn't that a great one?
And the Lions. The Lions.
That was a great one.
That was a great game.
49ers win 34-31 halftime. The Lions are up 24-7. Right? They've got the momentum. It's not looking good. Stat line really doesn't tell the story about Brock Purdy. I mean, he did not panic when down by 17, right? And one thing that I've noticed about both quarterbacks, great quarterbacks don't erase mistakes. They survive in chaos. And that's what Purdy did to lead his team down the field. Now, some of the crucial moments, and this is to your guy in Chicago, your fourth down conversions. Why do you keep doing it? Take the points while you can. And they didn't take the points, and Brock Purdy kept making the comeback, and we're in the Super Bowl, only to have Mahomes break our heart again. And it's like my love for the NFL just like started to just like fade away. Because I realized Vegas has a big role in this, man.
Come on. Listen,
you know what I will say? You know what I will say about that? You said two things, right? Resilience is important, and I do like that in the playoffs. That is kind of what matters because you're going to have, situations like last week, for instance, with the Patriots, made through. It was bad. Lots of turnovers, lots of sloppy game. Still found a way to win, throw 3 touchdowns.
Sure.
But one thing you just said, Nuhi, and it's crazy, man. Souls are taken in the playoffs, man.
Souls are taken,
Patrick Mahomes has himself a whole chain of things, and this year we're getting some new ones. And Super Bowls have to have a quarterback in it, man. You got to have a quarterback. So,
yep, the Bears proved that they
quarterbacks can make or break you in the playoffs.
Grossman. Man. So that's what happens. I would say, thank you for bringing up Dan Campbell and the way that he coached that game and coached the Lions right out of a win, because I feel, and I said it a week ago, I feel Ben Johnson did the exact same thing. And I was saying it on the couch. Yeah. I guess we're going to lose this game the Dan Campbell way. And that's what we did. Hopefully that changes his perspective a little bit. But since you brought that 49er game up, let me give you another 49er game. Championship game that was absolutely amazing. Because in 1981, talk about take souls, I realized who the Dallas Cowboys were. They were on my TV. And I fell in love with them. And then Joe Montana said, hey, Timmy. Hey there, little 8-year-old Timmy. I know you like the Dallas Cowboys now, but watch this. Touchdown to Dwight Clark. You son of a bitch. Never liked Joe Montana since that day. But we got our revenge. Some, I don't know, 11 years later, 12 years later, in 1993, when we played the 49ers. What a game it was. I'm just going to take you all the way down to the best moment, maybe in Dallas Cowboy history. And this is when Troy Aikman drops back and hits Alvin Harper on a slant that goes for 70 yards and breaks the game wide open for the Dallas Cowboys in Candlestick to go in and beat the 49ers 30-20 and go to the Super Bowl to beat the Bills for a second straight year. I don't think Brandon knew he saw that game. He might have been like 7. I'm not sure how old he was.
That was actually one of the first games I've ever got to watch.
Should have made you a Cowboy fan. I don't know what happened.
Well, what happened was during the 89er ball game, and this is one of the reasons I'm a 49er to this day. I walked out. Now, some of you guys don't know what the 89ers is. It's a AAA ball club in Oklahoma City. We have them here. We have them here with the Frisco team. But they have an 89er day, like a softball tournament that celebrities come around. And I had my Troy Aikman poster, and I had a Texas Rangers hat at that time because I became a Texas Rangers fan. So I walk up, Troy signing autographs, and I said, "Hi, Mr. Aikman, can you sign my hat?" And he said, "No, he didn't have time for it." Guess who signed my hat? Ricky Waters, running back.
That dude was awesome.
For the 49ers.
Okay.
Ever since then, I still have that hat to this day.
By the way,
that's what made me a Niner fan, and I said, screw the Cowboys.
You sounded just like Roman when you said, "Hey, Mr. Aikman, can I have your autograph?" I heard Roman literally coming out of your mouth. That was awesome. Anyway.
Hey, you said something earlier, Tim, man. I just want to go back to it. You said the Dan Campbell way. I just want to be clear. That's the NFL way now.
So I don't like it. I don't like it.
It's effective play calling. Third down play calls are not the same, right? You're comfortable with going for it on fourth down. The increase in number of fourth down attempts is out the roof, and they can blame analytics all they want.
I don't like it.
No, this is just football getting antsy. So
I don't like it.
Mindset helps build leads, man.
It's semi-pro-ish to me. It's semi-pro mentality to me. We don't have a kicker, so let's go for it. Our kicker sucks, so let's go for it. We can't make this kick. Let's go for it. What's the NFL going to do pretty soon? Get rid of kickers and punters altogether? Because at this point, what is the use of them? We don't really use them that much. At one point, the 49ers didn't punt for like 6 weeks. I
Didn't need
mean,
him.
that dude just made money.
That's why this works, though. Hindsight's 20/20, because if you kick those field goals and give the ball back and they score, then you're going to be like, we should have went for it. So you can't please everyone.
Okay, well, I'll say this. As a coach myself, in that sort of weather, I don't care who's on the other side. In that sort of weather, points are a premium in that game. We understand that. And so when you have a chance to take the points, you take the points. Right. I understand if you're in a shootout. And by the way, it was the first drive of the game. We just dropped the touchdown, right? Rome dropped the touchdown pass that was right in his hands. I'm okay with taking a field goal there and seeing what our defense is going to give us. Now, if we kick the field goal and Matthew Stafford comes down and he scores a touchdown and makes it look easy, then maybe to your point, we're going for it for the rest of the game. We're not giving that dude the ball back. But if our defense goes out and gets a stop like they did, then you can have confidence. All right, points are a premium. Let's keep kicking field goals and win the game that way. So that's
I think it's the same narrative you're saying. The same narrative could be said vice versa, though, right? You dropped the touchdown, so now those are points on the board. So you know what? No, we need to go after it because you dropped it. So it's an aggressive. I like it in the playoffs. It's aggressive. I'm not opposed to the fourth down going for it. That's just me.
All right. Well, let's get into the quarterbacks for this weekend, right? We want to know who has the edge this week. I think we kind of know on both sides, right? But let's just talk about it, man. First up, Drake May is taking on Bo Nix. No, I'm kidding. He's taking on Jarrett Stidham. Jarrett Stidham, who, by the way, very good dual threat quarterback in high school, right? There's a lot of stuff on him from back in the day, but Jarrett Stidham, who nobody except Sean Payton wanted. Nobody wanted this dude. They actually went out, the Patriots, and got Cam Newton at one point to play instead of putting Jarrett Stidham, who they drafted, on the field. What are we talking about? What kind of quarterback matchup is this, Lo? It's your guy, your MVP, Drake May. What are we talking about?
Patriots aren't focused on the quarterback. Whether it was Bo Nix or not, we're focused on Sean Payton and the scheme. Scheme doesn't change. Bo Nix can elevate that scheme. Stiddy is what they're calling him. Stiddy cannot. Okay, Stiddy cannot elevate. I don't care what. It's bad when you got defensive players doing interviews for the Broncos talking about, oh, he's that guy and he runs the scout team Patriots offense better than Drake May does. Like, what are you talking about? You're doing anything to hype this dude up, and I hope that y'all have his back when this goes bad. When this gets ugly, I hope y'all are still saying the same thing when he's not standing down at the edge of the field by himself, hoping that someone comes and consoles him after a couple interceptions or fumbles. I don't see Stidham. I appreciate the hype. I appreciate the effort that the Broncos are trying here, but sorry, he's been tossed around. He didn't win a quarterback battle with Russell Wilson. He didn't win a quarterback battle with Bo Nix as a rookie. There wasn't even a thought of it. This guy is truly a career backup, like we like to call him. And there's a place for those guys, but it ain't the AFC Championship. So,
oh boy,
sorry.
Okay, but Brandon, I know that at one point in time you were a backup quarterback, and at one point in time as a backup, you got the keys to the car, and at one point in time after getting said keys, you never gave those keys back, and went on to have a prolific career both in college and in minor league, and would have been an all world arena quarterback had the opportunity been able to be presented at a longer term. But let's get back to college. You did it. Can you see a situation where Jarrett Stidham can do the same thing here today or tomorrow?
I do.
Boy.
Why? I do. Why?
Sadly, you must have wrote that on your script.
You do remember a quarterback in Philly in the Super Bowl that was a backup to an MVP candidate that came in and wiped the floor with y'all boys.
He played 7 games.
Anyone. If anybody's itching to get revenge, it's this kid. This kid has probably one of the coolest opportunities that he can seize. Now, yes, it sounds
I agree with that part
and everything, but hey, I think Mike Vrabel's going to have those boys ready. That's just the type of coach he is. I love Vrabel, man. He's a damn good coach. But if you think for 1 second that this can't play and play under an offense maybe that you haven't seen yet, come on.
His offense doesn't change. Sean Payton's offense doesn't change. You can't rework it in 1 week. I'm with you on the Nick Foles comparison. I love it, but he played 6 weeks of football, 7 weeks of football.
I understand this, and I understand, but we act like that Drake May hasn't had 10 sacks in 2 games and over 5 turnovers, and you're going against a defense that loves takeaways just like you do.
They don't love takeaways.
So the thing for me is the path to win
Houston
for
is
this
not the
guy
weather.
Is to keep a clean pocket, simplify your reads, and don't force throws. If you can do that, you're going to be able to compete.
So compare that to what the defensive Patriots have done in the last.
Back there. It ain't Tom sitting back there. It's Drake.
It ain't Bo Nix sitting back there.
It's not Tom.
Who is Bo Nix?
It's fair game, bro.
It ain't Bo Nix back there either.
Who is Denver?
This Denver offense crept in here not on its defense, okay? The Denver's defense has done not much in the playoffs.
They had how many turnovers last week?
They turned the ball over like crazy.
Because Josh Allen was running with a loaf of bread and just dropped it.
It was just
Drake May's turnovers. Drake May's turnovers have not been. We act like he didn't play in wet weather both days.
His playoffs, he was running around running crazy. CJ Stroud was on the other side. CJ Stroud was on the other side.
All right.
So now, Tim, now you are blaming a quarterback. So now you are blaming a quarterback.
I said that a quarterback can lose the game.
It's not Josh Allen's fault.
One guy that lost it, and his name was CJ
We know we're giving the nod. We're giving the nod to May here.
I appreciate you guys taking the other side here.
We're giving the nod to May, but you can't sleep on that defense, man. And your team hasn't. Your team is, y'all good, but y'all might run into a buzzsaw. But if y'all
that was last week, you say this every week.
No, we told you
that in the Chargers defense, a buzzsaw in the Houston's defense, a buzzsaw in Denver's defense. If we win this one, what is it now?
We told you
that. Congratulations, you won.
You played all top 5 defenses. It's always going to be a what? Hey, all I'm going to say, see my background. We all we got. We all we need. And I don't really. Patriots are back because of this banter right here. The fact that you guys think that Jarrett Stidham is about to beat the Patriots.
I didn't say he was going to beat them. I didn't say that.
You see what's happening right now.
But I said, don't think that he's just going to go and lay an egg.
Boy, he's going to lay an egg. That's exactly what he's going to do. He laid an egg when he got drafted.
Plus yards against a good 49ers defense in 2023. The team that went to the Super Bowl.
Bailey Zappi beat him
yards on us with the Oakland Raiders.
Bailey Zappi beat him out. Bailey Zappi beat this guy out of a job. And Russell Wilson.
Get too cocky with that type of coach that has won a Super Bowl.
I can. Patriots don't.
You've had Tom Brady for 20 fucking years. Of course you can.
I got Vrabel for the next 10 at least.
That's like the Chicago Bulls with Michael Jordan.
Vrabel's not going to take any snaps. I'm positive.
Vrabel already knows that Stidham is over there. And if you think that we're not ready for the Broncos offense, that's not Come on, man.
What I'm going to say about
That's
Jared
good for
Stidham,
show.
Man.
Good for show content. This is great.
Jared Stidham has one big coin in his pocket that even Drake May doesn't have, and that's Sean Payton. And I think Sean Payton is the one.
We have Josh McDaniels. What are you talking about?
Josh McDaniels, who was made by Tom Brady. That guy.
Made by Tom Brady. Wow.
Yeah, that's what I said,
bro. Tom made y'all's entire franchise. Let's stop the cap. Y'all ain't been shit since Tom left. Stop the cap.
Nothing.
Wow.
Now listen.
I think y'all are back. Y'all are good. Y'all are good.
Good to know.
Great head coach.
Drake May's had a decent season, but his playoff performance so far, he's just as big of a question to me as Jared Stidham.
Oh, you said decent season. You just said decent season.
Decent.
What are y'all talking about? You just said Drake May had a decent season. Stop it.
Okay,
stop
Drake
it.
May had a great regular season, but in the playoffs, where's he been?
Great. No, keep going.
No,
keep going.
Last week, 5.
He had an MVP season. What are we talking about?
He's not the MVP in my mind.
He had an MVP season.
Caliber, say MVP caliber.
Okay.
He hasn't been voted.
He outperformed your MVP from last year. Outperforms your MVP from last year.
Okay. I mean, you're getting really worked up right now.
Because y'all came on the show this morning trying to validate Jared Stidham as a competitor.
I'm not validating him. What you're doing
just giving
is
our valid
bro.
takes.
You can't overlook anybody.
Bro, we've seen this happen
what
before.
What Bill Belichick do? We can't overlook
so
him.
I led with that, but y'all are hyping him up. I led with Stidham is starting, but this is X's and O's. Stidham is nowhere near the value of quarterback that Bo Nix is, that any quarterback in the playoffs was. any of it. How many snaps has he played all year?
Y'all
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Right. Doesn't matter.
You got it.
Okay.
Hey, man, you gonna win it all. Y'all the best franchise ever.
If we don't win it, I
got
appreciate
it.
that.
You got it,
we
man.
are. But
shit.
You are not.
if he, I'm confused how y'all expect me to. And this is, hat off,
bro.
You're
This
literally
is football.
You're trying to justify Jarrett Stidham.
We're just saying there's a chance. There's a chance. There are some things that can happen.
I'm not saying it's a chance. I'm like, don't overlook them. Y'all gonna win it, but don't overlook them.
Looking over a backup quarterback and getting beat by that backup. There's historical reference that we can lean
in the
on
AFC Championship.
Where you
in the AFC Championship?
You're not letting me finish my sentence. Where the backup quarterback has to come in and play in 1 week's notice and wins the game because there's no film. You don't know what to expect from him, and he surprises you.
That's not a historical reference, though. That's what I'm trying to say to you. That's not a historical reference to the AFC Championship game.
I can relate to, Tim, is Nick Foles beat them in the Super Bowl. Don't matter if he had 6 games.
I at least
he outperformed. He outperformed the GOAT at that time. Now, granted, Tom had more passing yards than anybody in Super Bowl history in that game. But I'm telling you right now, you can't overlook a guy who can simplify a system.
He won the game. He didn't outperform.
Nick Foles drove him.
Stop it, bro.
You
think he outperformed?
He was the backup.
No.
He was the backup. Your team got him a job. Your team got him extended. Your team.
You think you're gonna sit here and say
that
Nick Foles outperformed? Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
I thought he did.
No, he did not. He did not.
He didn't what? Outperform Tom Brady?
He won the game. He did not outperform Tom Brady.
He wasn't Super Bowl MVP.
I would say the Patriots were outcoached in that game.
He wasn't Super Bowl. It was coaching. Coaching matters, right, Tim?
No,
coaching matters.
It was what you said, Nuhi. It was what you said, Nuhi, earlier. There's moments in a game that can define a game, right? And Philly special was not on the playbook. We didn't account for that play. So that's not coaching. That's just a play. Right?
You weren't prepared. You weren't ready.
Outperform.
Who?
He didn't outperform. That's craziness.
Brady did drop his touchdown pass, his touchdown catch opportunity, and Nick Foles caught his.
So look, this is only one matchup, and I had a feeling that y'all would go this way with Stidham.
We have to create some controversy, bro.
You can try to rile me up all you wanted. Master class, so successful in that. But Sammy D is taking on Stafford on the other end.
Oh, that's an awesome.
Nah, we coming back to this because y'all diss Nick Foles like he didn't play good. The man threw for over 374 yards and 4 touchdowns. Stop playing with that man. A backup.
He wasn't a backup. He started 7 games.
A backup.
That's right. He started
and led them through the playoffs. And at that time, he was not better than.
He's a backup. Guys, I don't want to talk about Nick Foles. Yeah, Nick Foles.
I played against Nick Foles in high school.
You got a stat and everything.
Was he nice?
Yeah, Westlake. He was 6'5" and every bit of it. Yep. Met Drew Brees the same night, actually.
Oh, nice.
Bro.
Yeah. Also
that was fun. Y'all gonna win it. We just gotta talk shit.
Now that quarterback matchup is kind of that quarterback matchup is kind of poo-poo, honestly. But this one's pretty fire. Sam Darnold and Matthew Stafford. Sam Darnold. Yeah. I can't believe we put him in the conversation.
Sammy.
Talk about a quarterback. We talk about how a quarterback wins and loses these games. Sam Darnold didn't do a damn thing last week. Okay. He threw the ball 17 times. But yet still they blew the 49ers out. So
outperformed Brock Purdy.
Is Sam Darnold going to be able
to talk about my boy?
Gray-haired
let him make it.
Or is Matthew Stafford going to come out? Is this his last? I don't want to see Matthew Stafford play his last game in Seattle. I really don't.
I knew he does.
I'm struggling with this because
I don't want either.
Knew he wouldn't mind it. Knew he wouldn't.
I want him to get a tie, and they can't even finish the game.
Okay, but in this instance, would we sit here and just have a normal conversation and argue that Sam Darnold is better than Matthew Stafford? I don't think we would ever have that conversation. But if
you want me to try, because I kind of can.
If the Seahawks win tomorrow, does that make? Are you telling me now that Sam Darnold is better than Matthew Stafford? Because I have a really, really difficult time with that.
I think at this point I'm going to try to lace it up for you. At this point in their careers, right now, today, if you ask me who's the better quarterback, I will say one word: situation matters, and it's closer than you think. Because he does have that great defense over there, because they're not asking Sam Darnold to do all the things that the Rams do ask Stafford to do, hence all the, some of the picks and the multiple pick games. If they can get him to start doing things that are outside of the character, right, to where he has to be hero ball and everything's on Stafford, Sam Darnold will look like and be the better quarterback in that game. And one is trending up, and the other's about to retire, man. So let's be real. It's closer than we think.
All right. So you think it's closer. I'm gonna take the other way. Sam Darnold, up until last week, was known as the guy that couldn't get done in the big game in the big moment. He wasn't asked, to your point, to do much of anything last week. And if this game gets to where I think it will, because it's not going to be super cold, it's not going to be wet. So that we're talking about a dry, high 30s, low 40s evening. This is a game that Matthew Stafford and this Rams offense can go crazy. Sam Darnold's going to have to keep up, in my opinion. And I don't think Sam Darnold can keep up with Matthew Stafford. But then that Seattle defense can get after you. Now, I will tell you this. Matthew Stafford is the only quarterback that the Seahawks have played this year that hasn't been sacked by the Seahawks. They're the only quarterback they played this year that they did not sack. So
I'm taking the over.
That's kind of interesting to me. But to me, if we're just talking about quarterbacks, it's Matthew Stafford. I mean, if it truly comes down to quarterback play tomorrow, it's Matthew Stafford, in my opinion.
Man, if Darnold doesn't turn the ball over, then that offense now dictates how fast Stafford gets to go. So the quarterback that's playing catch up might be Darnold, or it might not be Darnold. It might be Stafford. And
but I'm okay with that situation, aren't you, Brandon? Are you okay?
I agree. I kind of lean with Low. I don't think. I think what they're going to do is try to protect Sam as much as they can, and he's not going to have to, lean on play action. He's really gonna stay ahead of the chains. I think that's the only way they win. He's
for sure
plays mistake free. But I'm still going to give the edge to Stafford, man. Stafford just has an ability. He's seen every coverage imaginable. He's comfortable throwing in tight windows. He's fearless in big moments. When the ball's in his hand, what has he done all playoffs? He's taken souls. Souls.
I expect 40-plus passes from Stafford.
Yeah, for sure. Go and bank that on Prize Picks. But I do feel that if, like you said, this game gets out of hand, I think Stafford's going to be playing catch-up more so than Darnold, just because of that run game. That run game is real good. Now, granted, you lose Charbonnet to an ACL tear, so Kenneth Walker's really going to have to pick up the slack there. And he's not used to carrying the load quite a bit. So is that volume, is that going to cause an effect? Who is the other guy who can help, minimize that if the oblique is really killing him on that right side? Is he going to be able to throw those tight window throws? I think the Rams got to get up early and often to make Sam panic and play non-Sam Darnold football.
Well, Brandon, roll into it, man. Roll into it. This is going to be the moment where you're going to let us know who's going to win this NFC championship game and why. We'll leave the AFC title game to the final piece because Lowe does have a dog in that fight, and I know he wants to talk about it. Rams versus Seattle is tomorrow night in Seattle. Who do you have and why?
I have the Rams. And why do I have the Rams? It's just veterans. They've been there. They've done that. You got Devontae Adams. You got a young, hungry Puka Nacua. That defense is starting to sharpen up. They can play in sub-temperature weather, which is great. That's something that they haven't done in a while. And Stafford's just on a heater, man. When you get a guy that just sees the field the way he does and he's very calm in chaos, I think that is a recipe to have success and advance to the Super Bowl and play in Levi, where we can't stand you. But I'm a Stafford fan and Devontae Adams and those guys. So they're going to win it, man. I think they're going to win it.
Yeah, I looked at last week. And
31-27.
They shouldn't have won the game, in my opinion. And when you really watch the game, and I've watched it a couple of times now, kind of highlights and stuff, and man, there were some things that just kind of went the Rams' way throughout that night. And that's what, if you look back at teams that win the Super Bowl or, get to the Super Bowl, they have those things that go their way in the playoffs oftentimes because these teams are so evenly matched by this point of the season. When I look at this, the two quarterbacks, I think Matthew Stafford has the edge. Defensively, I think the Seahawks have the edge. Running the ball, I think Seattle has the edge. But at the end of the day, I think McVay, Adams, Nacua, Matthew Stafford, too much. And I've struggled with this all weekend, but I think it's just going to be too much for Seattle. And I do think the injury to Charbonnet and the injury to that oblique are going to come into play in this game. It maybe becomes a little bit of a shootout. And in that point, the Rams have the edge there. And Matthew Stafford, I think, on a heater, probably going to get the MVP, maybe his last season. And what a better way to end it than in Santa Clara in the Super Bowl. So I got Matthew Stafford and the Rams going into Seattle and getting a big victory, although I think the Seahawks are here to stay. I love their coach, love that message from him. I love how he's built that culture, and I think Seahawks are here for a while, unfortunately, Brandon. No, we'll hand it off to you, my friend. NFC Championship matchup.
Man, I want Stafford to do it, but the way I see this going, bro, I think any of us are not going to be mad at one of these vet guys doing their thing in the AFC or NFC Championship game if there was a vet in the fight. But we just like the old dogs. They retire. It's always good to see them throw down and show the young guns what to do. I just don't see you said it, Tim, complete teams, right? Complete teams, ultimate team game. Seattle has that right now. They're playing very well together. They do have all the boxes of being at home, being comfortable with the guy that's supposed to be rattled in big games. And I think that you see a lot of 10 to 12 play drives where the pressure turns on to the offense and they're sitting there for a while and Puka's getting antsy. We already know Puka loves football. I don't know if y'all saw the interviews after last game. He loves football. So the best way to keep, and I say this about teams when I personally play, they want to keep me on the sideline, right? That's what they want to do. And the best offenses will do that. They'll slow the game down to where they have 11 to 12 play drives and now make you feel like the urgency is on Stafford. And when that happens, not saying that he can't do it, because by God, we've seen Stafford ball out and do his thing, but there's more room for error now. When you're throwing the ball over 46 times, when you're trying to catch up and play fast, when you don't really have to, the game could get away from the Rams. McVay's going to have a hard time, I think, managing clock because I don't think he's going to be the dictator tonight. So, yeah, man, I got Seattle winning. Stafford, it's cool. You're probably going to get the MVP. But I got someone else in mind for the Super Bowl. So, yeah, Stafford's got I don't see him getting it done tonight, man, or tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night. What we didn't do? Final score. Just for fun, so people might take our score and take our spread on the money line. But what's your final score tomorrow in Seattle?
Let's see. I don't see it being high scoring. I'm going to go 24-20. Seattle wins.
Okay. Obviously I took the Rams, right? I got them winning 34-28. Last minute drive from Matthew Stafford. Brandon is not feeling good. I think he's got a little case of the flu and allergies and everything's not going his way, but he's back. There he is. There he is. Man. What's the final score? What's the final score in Seattle tomorrow night?
30-31.
Ooh, that's going to be a hell of a game if that's the score.
Last second field goal.
Okay. Brandon, take us to Denver. The Broncos versus the Patriots. This is Lowe's game. We're going to let him go last so he can let it all out. What you got, man?
Listen, the Patriots are full of discipline, situation mastery. I mean, it's like they picked up like they never left, right? And they have defensive adaptability. They're very good at adjustments. You can't control who you play, and they've steamrolled everybody they played. The Broncos, they got an explosive offense, although Jarrett Stidham is now at the helm. Don't expect much, but just take care of the ball. But that pass rush can flip the game really quick. With 10 sacks in the past 2 games for May, they're a momentum team. And if they catch momentum, they catch fire in a bottle. They've come back from 27 down this year. I think people tend to forget that. But, the key matchup, man, is that Patriot secondary. I mean, if they can get turnovers real quick from Stidham and get it rolling, get that run game rolling, they could probably roll through this pretty easy. My predictions right now, I do feel the Patriots will win and get that revenge game that the Tom and Manning, the last matchup they had. And so I think they pull away with this one. Me personally, I'd say 27-10.
Okay.
I think that's a fair one. 27-10 Patriots. Yeah.
Everything in this game is pointing to the Patriots. I've been giving Low
experience wins, man.
Since Bo Nix got hurt, saying, well, easy road. There you go. You get to play the Chargers with no offensive line. Then you get to play C.J. Stroud, who turns out to be one of the worst NFL playoff quarterbacks ever. And then you get to play a team with the backup quarterback. Easy win. But then I forget Sean Payton's over there. Sean Payton's in Denver. Sean Payton won a Super Bowl with a group in New Orleans that nobody thought he could, right? With a quarterback that was basically left on the street. No one wanted this guy. Shoulder broken. Nobody wants Drew Brees. Drew Brees, Hall of Famer now because of Sean Payton. This game has a lot of defense, right? I think the Broncos have the edge there. I've seen Drake May fumble the ball 5 times in New England last week. That causes me concern because we talk about experience. Drake May hasn't been in this position any more than Jarrett Stidham has. But who has been in this position as a coach? Not Mike Vrabel. He was a player. But Sean Payton. Experience matters. You're at home. It's Denver. That
Don't do Vrabel like
rocking. I'm going to say the impossible. But I've got the Broncos pulling this thing out 20-17 on a last-minute field goal.
Wow.
Because defense wins championships.
Pressure force.
And I think the Denver Broncos, I will be cheering for Lo for the New England Patriots. But I think the Denver Broncos are going to surprise everybody and pull out this home victory and play the Rams next week.
That's wild.
In 2 weeks in San Francisco.
The backup QB gets you again.
It could be. I mean, what a story.
Wow, man. Y'all going low. Y'all going, man.
That's a great story. I imagine if that happens, Low may not be on the show.
Control your blood pressure.
But this is not me trying to cause controversy. This is just looking at it from a different standpoint and thinking Sean Payton could be the X factor, and that Bronco defense to me is better, maybe the best defense left. Them in Seattle, I'm not sure.
They get a lot of turnovers, man. That's what I don't think he's seeing. I was like, bro, they get a lot of turnovers.
You know who had more turnovers than them? All right, here we go. Y'all good? Y'all know who had more turnovers than them? The Houston Texans. That's who had more turnovers than them. We survived them. You know who else had close to turnovers than them? The Chargers. Yep, took care of them too, right? And you didn't have quarterback excuses over there. Tim still found a way to make them for if man. Right, if man, right? That's we gave him that nickname. I think we're gonna go with Chargers. Got birthed the name If Man for Herbert. Yeah, and now you got the Mr. If coach coming to come coach him too, and McDaniel. So kudos to them to try to figure it out. Look, man. Let me paint this story for you. And though I appreciate the parody, Tim, I'm gonna don't hate me. Said some crazy things. So the only lens you're looking through right now, it has to be for content. I don't know what else to tell you. Because you could take you could hype them all up, but to say they're going to win the game, that'd be a fool's pick. Now, if you did pick, that bet line is probably, have you checked the odds? Like, definitely probably safe to go and make that bet if you would like to
$20,
possibly lose a little bit of money. Yeah, could turn into 2,000 if you look at the odds. But anyway, let me tell you, here's why we're going to win, okay? And I'm trying to, it's hard, okay? It's hard because I try to remove myself. I try to, right? But Drake May does not let me because of what he's done all year. And I'm going to go give you another one, what he's done in the playoffs, right? Drake May is what I'm going to call inevitable. This is where I'm at. Drake May is inevitable, okay? So he isn't supposed to be here yet. That's the problem. He isn't supposed to be here yet, which is exactly why this works. He's loose. He's fearless. He's not composed in these big games, right? But what he is, he's got big arm confidence, okay? The moment's never too big for him. He's got a line of brothers that have played at different levels of sports. He's the youngest. He doesn't know what too big is yet. And for him to already be in this game, it's crazy. But yes, I'm going to give you the script. Typically with Drake May, you're right, Tim. In the playoffs, he's had one early mistake. It's happened in almost consistently games. I don't want that to hurt us. But backdooring that mistake, he's had 2 good throws in every game that he makes. The slant to Douglas, right? I know you love that one, Tim, because he identified the coverage. He liked the read. He motioned Douglas across. You got a linebacker on him. Yep, I'm taking this slant on 4th and 3. Talk about being bold, right? Put it in your hands. Go empty, right? And then at the end of the game, there's one moment where it's like, oh, no, this guy is him. He's that guy. He leads the drive in a fourth. That's 11+ drives in the past 2 games in the fourth quarter when the game's over or not over, right? And that's just Drake, man. I don't want to go in on it. Defense travels. You said it, Tim. Our defense is good. No one's talking about the Patriots defense leading sacks going into week 2 of the playoffs. No one's talking about the defense causing turnovers with CJ Stroud because, well, we just blame CJ Stroud because Pittsburgh did the same thing to him. Okay, well, the expectation for us was still do it, and we did it. Okay, there's going to be tight windows that I don't think Stidham can throw the ball in. There's definitely going to be pressure packages because Newhy, you said it, get after him, right? Send the heat.
Get after him. Fast.
Yeah, and it's going to turn into a rock fight, and I don't think that the offense on Denver has enough to keep up. They don't have enough to keep up. This game gets out of hand. It comes down to red zone defenses, third down stops, and who can make the other QB blink first. And I don't know about you, but Stidham has been blinking. He's got cameras everywhere, lights all over him. He knows, and I think this moment's too big for him. That's why we traded him. There's no way he was going to come in and step in after Tom Brady, step in after Mac Jones. He couldn't do it. He couldn't even step in to Denver with a rook coming in from Oregon that people doubted in the draft. He didn't beat a washed up. Sean Payton talked every week about how he hated Russell Wilson. Let's be real. But he never put Stidham in, who was there. So, I don't know. Patriots are playing with house money and bad intentions, bro. That's what's going on. The Patriots magic is going. That's what we live for over here as a franchise, ruining people's narratives while other people make theirs ours against us, ending windows such as Josh Allen, things like that. And honestly, just making people furious on TV panels because the Patriots shouldn't be here. And it's going to suck because we're going to be in a damn Super Bowl. The crowd's going to be good. The game might be ugly, but I'm sorry. I'm taking Drake May and Vrabel over them 34-10. They run away with it.
34-10.
34-10. And I hope that team is still there. I hope they're still here for Jarrett Stidham. I really hope that they don't just kick this guy to the curb.
Let me ask you this. Do you fear that the looseness, that the ignorance of the moment from Drake May, do you think it could haunt you?
Only if he was playing.
This is one of those moments, bro. You can't really slip up. You can't.
He's not playing. It's been like that though. We can't slip up because we don't have Hall of Fame receivers.
But he
doesn't have Pro Bowlers.
You just haven't ran into a good team yet.
You're saying slipping up, but situation has mattered. That's all. Situation has mattered for him. The weather was terrible. If you look at Drake May's turnovers against CJ Stroud, let's be real. He's throwing the ball as if the pressure's not there. He was just oblivious to the fact that Houston Texans have one of the top rush defenses out there. He was just throwing the ball like normal. And to me, there's a win in that. Yeah, we want you to panic, but Chargers was just, it's a Charging game. It's his first playoff game. That was his first playoff game. That's what people don't understand. That was his first one.
So which goes back to it.
That's done. He doesn't go backwards. That's the thing. Drake May has not gone backwards all year. Anyone can give me an instance. He hasn't. He turned the ball over early in the career. Hasn't done it really since. Playoffs, cool, but they're not picks. These are fumbles, bro. He had fumbles because of the defense.
He threw 2 picks last week, didn't he?
One was tipped. Not his fault. You know how it goes. He's not making bad decisions.
Part of me feels like it could be closer just because of the ignorance of the moment from a younger quarterback, that the moment may be a little too big. He doesn't realize it. And Vrabel's been in this spot, Tim, since you said he's never been here. He went with the Titans.
The Titans
coaching the AFC title game a few years back.
Oh, well, my apologies then. I apologize.
With the quarterback that's never been there.
With his discipline, like he's just building a culture. Vrabel teams, man.
No, I get it.
I was spoiled with the Titans. I was like, damn, if we had Cam Ward with Vrabel, oh my God.
Yep.
Let me
pose he's got Drake May.
Let me pose a different question. Though. We're talking about Drake May, young quarterback, what he has to play for. Obviously, he's already the franchise quarterback.
Yeah, he the guy.
Jarrett Stidham may never, ever, ever be in this position again. This may be the one time that he can either play to get a contract offer on another team if he wins the next 2 games.
I'm just saying.
Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're Jarrett Stidham, just put yourself in his shoes right now. The day before the championship game in the AFC, and you think to yourself, I'm not supposed to be the starting quarterback. I'm stepping into a role I'm not supposed to be in, and this is my biggest moment in my career. Why not seize that moment and play the best football you can play against a team that has no film on you?
Because he's not capable.
This could be his moment, bro. And if
we don't need film,
man.
I want to celebrate
when he was with. We don't need film. He was with us.
If it becomes his moment, I want to celebrate.
We don't need film.
Just because of the story.
We got to live it. We got to live it. We know
it's going to be a great story. It's going to be a great
I'm just
story.
saying, I could go down the list again if you want. Russell Wilson, Bo Nix, Cam Newton, Mac Jones, Bailey Zappi. These are all guys that beat Stidham out of a job. They beat him out of a job.
I love the confidence. The confidence is there. I love that.
So you're hoping for a Geno Smith. I'll do you another one, Tim. I'll do you another one. I can be overconfident because I'm not Vrabel. Vrabel's not overconfident. They're gonna beat the brakes. Milton Williams. They asked Milton Williams, "Hey, you know who Jarrett Stidham is? What do you know about him?" He said nothing.
Well, you better figure it out. You better know something about it.
Don't get too cocky. Is all I'm trying to tell you.
Do not get over cocky.
There's no the craziness thing. The crazy thing is, you guys know the Patriots organization because you watch football. We've been around, been in front of the limelight. Do y'all really honestly think on the QB Huddle podcast on January 24th at 10:37 a.m. y'all gonna look me right now in the eyes?
Oh, there's the eye.
And tell me that we're not gonna over prepare for this game? That we're gonna underestimate a quarterback?
A Vrabel coach team is a good hard coach team, but here's the thing. Where I get confused on, man, because Drake May is a little careless in the playoffs, and you can't be careless versus a team like this because this team will capitalize on those mistakes.
If Bo Nix was playing,
against Josh Allen.
If Bo Nix was playing, yes, you don't have a quarterback that can capitalize. You don't.
We act like people are just terrified of Bo.
Okay, so is the defense up? Let me just paint a picture real quick.
The defense is that legit, bro.
Okay, but are they that more legit than the Houston Texans? Are they that more legit than the Chargers defense? No. Now you tell me, is Stidham that less different than Bo Nix? Yes. Is he that worse than Herbert? Yes. Is he that worse than CJ? Yes.
This
guy is not going to be able to
be worse than
CJ. He is, bro.
Y'all are putting too much on Stidham. There's too much on him, man.
I'm not putting it on him. I'm putting it on the defense.
It's not. We could have a sloppy game. We could have a sloppy game, and because he's worse than CJ Stroud, you still win by 14.
I'll tell you what. There's no way
he's better than CJ Stroud. That's what you're saying right now.
Hear me out. He's not going to play worse than CJ played last week. I'll tell you that. There's no way that's going to happen.
Well, Drake May's not going to play like Drake May last week. It's because the weather.
Well, right now, I'll tell you that
he might.
He's going to be on the road.
The best in the league. They're the best red zone team in the league, bro. They're also the second overall for total yards allowed, and they're third fewest in points allowed. I'm telling you.
This is not a walk-in. You are not getting a walk-in.
They lead the NFL with 68 sacks. Their third down defense is the best, allowing under 33%.
So pause right there.
Here's some facts.
Look up the adverse. Look at Drake May's towards pressure. When pressure is at Drake May, who's leading?
Well, what I've seen from Drake May in the last two games is fucking 10 sacks and 4 turnovers. That's what I've seen.
W's, baby, and W's.
That's what I've seen.
W's. What do you see from Stidham in the last 2 games? I
haven't seen nothing. But what happened when a backup quarterback played against y'all last time in the championship?
He was a starter. He clearly won that spot too.
He was not.
They traded off old boy, so he clearly was a starter. Nick Foles was.
So we act like Carson Wentz didn't get tears ACL against the Rams.
Hey, if this was the coach off, if this was the NFL coach offs, I might agree with y'all. It's not. It's the playoffs.
This is the second best rushing defense
to play.
It's a top 10 passing defense.
What is our defense?
It's the best in the league of yards per play allowed.
Oh my! Right, going against Drake May. So now compare our defense. Where's our defensive stats? Where's our defentive stats going up against a backup quarterback? I don't have to because I know. I don't have to. I know. Stats don't write a narrative, bro. Stats should support it.
The narrative looks like this. The narrative look like this. If you slipping on them, they might kick your teeth in.
3 tutties against the number 1 defense. Who was the number 1 defense in the league? Who was the number 1 defense in the league? The Houston Texans, right? Because that's what y'all screamed on the show for.
Well, for the last 7 weeks, they were.
Overall, they were the best defense.
They were the best pass rush, probably.
We talk about the turnovers and everything, but what about this? 3 touchdowns against them as well. Passing touchdowns.
That's because the defense was on the field the whole game because CJ Stroud
kept giving the ball back. They lead the league in sacks. Your O-line is giving up 10 in the past 2 games.
It's going to be harder than you think.
They might get 10 in this game.
It's going to be harder than you think.
I'm not gonna think nothing because I get to think it's super easy. Vrabel and them.
Oh, we gonna come back on this show. Oh my God!
I can't wait for Tuesday. I hope you.
Oh,
if
y'all,
the Patriots
y'all
lose, are you coming? Because we're both here and our team's lost.
As Patriots, we play in Super Bowls, not AFC championships. So yeah, I'll be.
Ooh, tell us, Lo. We're nothing.
Be frank.
You know.
We need you to screenshot what Lo just said. Because
I need you to screenshot the clip at the beginning of the year of us three talking and me saying the Patriots are going to be right here, right where we're at when we did our schedule.
They ranked top 10 in big play prevention. They rank top 10 in big play prevention. They limit the most explosive throws in the league. They are number one.
Don't win tomorrow. I want that clip played at nauseum where Lo says we play in Super Bowls, not AFC championships.
Well, they have the most Super Bowls. They have the most Super Bowls now.
Lowe's out here writing a big check.
Put it this way, bonus
because
he has credit for making it.
20 years, Tim. He has a right to think this way. It's how I think as a Laker fan. Lakers go. Yeah. Don't matter. We're going.
Don't matter. It's winning. It's winning.
He's been spoiled for 20-something years.
You know what I hear when a Patriots fan talks about winning Super Bowls and all this? You sound like the fourth generation rich kid that just had money passed down because you had Tom Brady for 20 years. So it's not really fair. It's not. So
really how do you think Cowboys when they talk about a 30-year-old Super Bowls? Look, man, it's relevant. It's relevant right now. It's here, and I hate to say it, guys. You said at the beginning of the show, there's only one man with a dog in this fight. So I'm gonna need y'all to step back behind this barrier right here. All right, this little playoff barrier for media. QB Huddle Podcast get to be there, okay? But unfortunately, the Denver Broncos gonna lose, and Stidham's gonna be hoping that locker room still has his back. You know what I'm saying?
We'll see what
There's a fun little. Let's see if my producer helped me out today.
New England is ranked fourth.
Yeah.
Hey guys, if you get tired tomorrow or today, if you lose power but you want to stay awake, have some W. Why not? W is good. Have a doobie and then have a W. The W is jitterless. I don't know if your doobie is jitterless, but the W is. The W will get you no jitters. And this is delicious blue raz. I'm almost out of it. I've got some Dragonade on the way. The Dragonade is really good. 10% discount. You can go on the barcode or you can go to w.gg/QB Huddle /discount, or just do the little ducky barcode thing up there, and you'll be good to go. Guys, it's crazy weekend. No 49ers, no Packers, no Eagles, no Chiefs, no Bills, no
Cowboys ever.
This is crazy. This is four teams we didn't really expect.
30 years and running.
So let's
no Cowboys.
Let's enjoy championship weekend. Hopefully, we all have power tomorrow and we can watch the games. Brandon, I hope you and the whole family there starts to get to feel better through this lockdown. Guys, enjoy yourselves through the lockdown. Make sure you have power. Watch the QB Huddle podcast a few more times. I think today was a really fun show. By the way, thank you, because today was our most so thank you to everyone that's out there. Thank you to QB Huddlers. Guys, unless you have any last words, Lo or Brandon.
Y'all know what it is. Go. You already know, man. Go Pats. See y'all on the ball. See y'all on the Super Bowl, baby.
Yeah, I ain't got nothing to say, man. Hey, keep those chains moving.
You took my line. What are we talking about? Hey, Lo, I wish you luck tomorrow. I do.
I don't need
think
it.
It's gonna happen.
Oh, getting too cocky, man. Like
I don't need it.
We
got like he has Tom Brady on his team.
We all we need. No,
all I know is come Tuesday.
Right now. He ain't coming
back.
Not
Thomas Brady.
Come Tuesday,
he was Drake May.
Come Tuesday, we better have those horns ready. You know what I'm saying? That's going to do it for this week's Saturday edition of the QB Huddle Podcast. We'll be here again on Tuesday at 11:30 Central Time to break down everything that happens tomorrow and talk a little bit about the Pro Bowl games and all that BS and coaching carousel. Lots of stuff we've got to cover. Thank you to New Era Media for producing this show. Thank you to FanStream Sports and allaccessfootball.com. Until Tuesday, keep those chains moving, folks. Have a good time tomorrow. Let's go football.